to the Department of Moose Information. This is a online game show brought to you by Loose Moose Theater. We have 6 of our favorite improvisers with you tonight, and we have them set up in 2 teams. We're going to be running through a series of competitions to check their acuity, their wit, and their quickness, and at the end we'll determine a winner because we like things where people win something. I'm your host, Dave Ware, and tonight with me we have 2 teams. We have the blue team with Captain Roger. Woo. And on his team we have Jen and Dargie. And they'll be taking on the red team. We're going to call them the red team with Captain Alexa. And her team tonight will be Albert and Dennis. How's everybody doing tonight?
Woohoo! Couldn't be better. Got my hat on.
So good.
Woo! COVID.
All right, we need 2 team names. I need a one-word team name from each team. So let's start with the blue team. Roger, what is your team's name tonight?
We had a long discussion, David, and we're called Pants.
Pants. Lovely. And red team, Alexa, what is your team going to be called tonight?
Dennis, what's that type of hat called?
I
Not a babushka. It's a.
I don't know. It's Russian.
Okay, we're gonna be Dennis's hat.
And that's all one word.
Yeah.
So if you run it all together, it's DENNISSHAT.
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 Yeah.
There'd be 2 S's, by the way. Okay.
And it's funny because it's true.
All right. Okay, so the first section tonight is going to be something we call Truth and Lies. What's going to happen is I'm going to read out a statement that one of the players has given me, and the other team will then have 2 minutes to try to determine whether that person is telling the truth or whether they are telling a lie. And so tonight we are going to start with the red team. And this first one is Dennis's statement. And the statement is, I was once disqualified from a competition for taking performance-enhancing substances. Blue team, you have 2 minutes.
I remember this. I remember this.
I have a feeling him getting drunk.
What was the substance?
I can't say. Because it would only
Why can't you say?
It would only incriminate me further.
What was the competition?
It was a theatrical competition. It was theater sports.
Have you done this performance enhancing drug since?
No. I learned my lesson.
Did it actually enhance your performance, or was that?
No, it was absolute nonsense. I don't know why they decided to disqualify me. And really, it wasn't enhancing. They just said it was an enhancing substance, and it was a local thing, and I just partook of it, because you want to support the locals.
And I'm sorry, where was
Next
this?
thing I know, I'm being bum rushed out of the theater, and embarrassed in front of 600 people. It was just horrible. Horrible.
Where did this take place?
In Brisbane, Australia.
Oh.
1988.
And who were your teammates?
88. Tony Totino, Patty Stiles, Harold Pruce. Oh, I'm gonna forget somebody. There was somebody else.
You know what? That explains it right there. Harold's a horrible influence on people.
He is.
Now,
Harold is a horrible.
you guys all get bum rushed, or just you?
No, just me. And to this day, I don't know who turned me in. I suspect it was Totino.
So he didn't do it.
You can't trust them, the Totinos.
Was everyone else high as well, Dennis? Or is it just you?
It wasn't. Nobody was. Well, everybody was high, but not everybody was partaking of this substance, or at least not everybody was being thrown out of the competition for taking this substance.
Was anybody else thrown out?
Why can't you tell us what it is?
No, just
Everybody
me.
wants to know if it was like
Just me.
mushrooms or pot.
No, if I tell you, then no. I just sorry. I know I should answer all of the questions, but it's one question I cannot answer.
It was heroin, wasn't it?
No, he hasn't done
You
it.
know what? For some people, it was like heroin.
Oh.
Blue team,
Put it that way.
Blue team, you are at time, so you'll have to give us a
I think-
decision, and then we'll find out from Dennis what's going on here.
I think it's true.
I think it's a lie.
All right. I'm playing this game under. We at Pants are playing under protest, Dave, because we feel the witnesses withholding very important evidence. But I am with Jen on this one. I believe this actually occurred. I believe this is a true story.
So you guys
Damn.
you're gonna go with true?
True, yeah.
You lock in at true. All right, Dennis, is this story true or
It's
is it
absolutely true. I was thrown out of a theater sports tournament in Brisbane for eating Vegemite. And just so you know that this wasn't just sort of some local story, it ended up being in the pages of our fine journal here in Calgary, the Calgary Herald actually reported it as a controversy that a Calgarian had been thrown out of a theater sports tournament
For
for eating
Vegemite?
Eating Vegemite.
How is that performance enhancing?
I'm with you. They said because I ate it, I was able to tap into the local psyche. A bunch of nonsense. God, you'd think this was like a comedy show or something.
No, it's serious athletics.
And if you've ever seen Australian theater sports, it's not funny. Sorry,
Hey,
but I just
did you have your
insulted
checks?
everybody in Australia, and my apologies. Some of you are funny.
They're not going to
Some
watch
of you.
it.
Some
Okay,
of you are
red
funny.
Red team, you have a
Yeah.
chance to catch up now.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go to our second statement. This comes from the blue team from Captain Roger. And the statement is, while proving I could throw a potato 300 feet, I accidentally broke a church window.
There's so many aspects to the story. Okay. When did this throwing happen?
This throwing happened in the year 2000 and I should probably remember this, 2003. So the late summer of 2003.
I'm Irish, and so this question is very important to me.
Yeah.
What kind of potato?
It would have been, I guess, like what would that be? A baker potato, russet potato, I guess.
Yeah,
And,
russet.
and my second question, being Irish, is why would you waste good food? Have you never heard of the famine? What's wrong with you?
I don't
I thought you were gonna
understand
ask me
why.
what kind of
Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be 300 feet? And how are you going to prove that it was 300 feet? Did you have a tape measure?
We paced it off. The question was, do you want the whole story, or is it
Yeah,
okay?
well,
if I just
what-
Yeah,
volunteer
we want the whole story. What's the story?
So the guys on my baseball team, we're arguing about whether or not we could throw the baseball over the right field fence from home plate, which we estimated to be about 300 feet. But we were sitting in the outfield having beers after a game. And so we were about 100 feet away from the fence, and we figured the church was about 200 feet beyond it. So rather than walk back to home plate and throw the potato over the fence, just stand where we are and throw the potato, and if it hits the church, then I could throw it 300 feet. And in so doing, I broke the church's
What
window.
denomination? What was the what kind of church?
See, that's the question I thought you were going to ask when you told me you're Irish. It was an Anglican church.
Ah, well, screw it.
Yeah, so you're okay with everything.
No,
now.
whatever.
Screw it. I
not
don't
real.
care. I don't
See,
care
right there-
anymore.
Right there, it's a lie because that's not a real church. So.
I was baptized in that church, so tread lightly here.
All right. So did everybody have a potato? Was everybody going to throw a potato 300 yards, or are you the only one who
Why
had a
did you
potato?
have a?
And why did you have a potato in the outfield?
Yeah.
Keith's girlfriend, Sarah, came to meet us at the park, and she had done the grocery shopping at the Save on Foods down the street. So she stopped with us and opened up a beer. And that's when the conversation about, do you think you could throw a ball over the fence, and then took the potato. It took a while to convince her to give up a potato.
Did everybody throw a potato, or just you?
I was the second person to throw a potato. And after I broke the window, we thought, let's not throw more potatoes.
Did you go and apologize to the church?
No, we figured its proximity to the baseball diamond was a pretty good cover.
Yeah.
So we didn't feel that we felt like similar things had happened in the past. And
Right.
you know,
They would walk into the church and see a potato in the church and go, "Oh, it was probably a baseball.
A baseball.
It's the Irish.
Probably a baseball game."
They blamed it on the
similar
Irish.
story.
Yeah, it's not a hate crime.
Okay, so we're at time. So, red team, we need you to determine whether that was the truth or whether that was a lie.
I think it's a lie.
Okay. The rest
Albert?
of the team.
Yeah, I think it's a lie too. So I'm usually wrong. So I think it's the truth.
Dennis, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Albert here,
Yep.
and I'm gonna think it's a lie, but I'm gonna say it's the truth.
So,
All right, we're
Alexa,
going
I
with
don't know where
truth.
that leaves you. You're gonna
Yeah,
go
we're
with
going with truth.
Truth.
Okay.
Truth.
So you
Truth.
think it's true. So, Roger, was that the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Well, first of all, I want to know if they get points somehow. How are we going to determine whether or not they get points? This is a complete work of fiction. It never happened, and also
I'm so
I
sorry.
couldn't possibly do it.
Well, it's a moral victory because we thought it was a lie.
I'm done. Bye.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm usually wrong about these things, and it sounded so bad. I thought it had to be true.
Don't care what happens to the Anglicans.
Wow, I'm Anglican too.
Yeah, easy there. Also, you mentioned the throwing the potato offended you because of the potato famine, but wasn't the whole deal with the potato famine that the potatoes were no good?
Oh, now you bring it up.
I didn't want to
Yep.
step on anybody's toes earlier.
Yeah,
So.
English scum.
Wow.
Whoa.
Getting real, folks. Getting real. Okay, we're gonna go to the second for the red team. This is Albert's statement. I once fell off a cliff and walked away.
How high was the cliff?
It was pretty high. I think it was about 20 feet, something like that. It was pretty far.
Was it?
Good.
Did you land in gravel or something?
It was in Newfoundland in Corner Brook, and so I guess I landed in. It was low tide, so the ground was really soft because we'd done something stupid. We'd walked out into this bay, some kind of bay or whatever it was, and I didn't realize. Well, there were two of us, and we didn't realize how fast the tide came in, and so we walked to the cliff to take some pictures or whatever, and then the tide started coming in, and there was no way we were going to make it back to the beach. So we had to climb this freaking cliff, and I had my I just bought this really expensive camera, which is why I was there taking pictures. So I climbed the cliff holding my camera with one hand and climbed with the other, and that's why I slipped and fell, and I landed in it was more like a kind of a bog or a peaty bog or something like that. I don't know, at the bottom of this cliff. So I ended up
Did you
walking
break
away.
the camera?
No, but it got wet. I think I did wreck it. It never took pictures right after that.
Was this a digital camera or was it a film camera?
No, this is a film camera. This is like 1987.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was the other
So I
person-
was young. That's the other thing. I was young, so I could bounce back from that sort of crap.
But the
What
tide
happened to
was
your
coming
accomplice in this?
in.
Did your accomplice get washed out to sea, Albert?
The what?
Did your accomplice in this story get washed out?
No,
to sea, or-
no, he wisely was using both hands to climb the cliff, so he made it to the top no problem. So after that, I fell. So I shouldn't say I walked away. I climbed away because I couldn't walk back because the tide was coming in. So I had to get back up and climb the hill again.
Did your camera
He's
not
now
have a
denying the
neck strap?
veracity of the story.
I learned my lesson. I shoved the camera into my jacket and I zipped it up this time and hoped it would just stay, and because I didn't have a strap. The problem was I didn't have a strap for it. So anyway, yeah. And then once we got to the top, I looked down and I went, holy shit, that was like a long way down. And like we were idiots. Like we were lucky we didn't die or get caught in the riptide or the tide or whatever when it came in. So
Okay, blue team.
It's one of those things.
So you guys need to decide whether that was the truth or whether Albert was lying.
Seems
It's a plausible story.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's true.
We'll
True,
go with
Dargie.
true.
All right. I have half a mind to employ Albert's own strategy here, but I will also go with true. We're locking it in as true, Dave.
Okay, fair enough. And so, Albert, was that the truth or were you lying?
I was lying.
No.
Oh.
Nice.
I was lying.
Very
Well
nice.
done.
Damn.
Although I did go to Corner Brook, and I did get caught. I did get caught by a tide, but I didn't climb a cliff.
Interesting. Okay. So the final statement for our truth and lie section will come from the blue team, and this is Jen's statement. I was almost late to my own wedding. You have 2 minutes, red team.
What made you almost late?
Not understanding how far and long the trip would be to get to the destination of where the wedding would take place.
Where did the wedding take place?
In Hawaii, on the island of Oahu, at a place called Secret Beach.
You hadn't driven it before, like you hadn't gone there for rehearsal or to check it out or anything?
Nope.
You just went to a beach that someone told you about without planning anything?
Well, no, we had made arrangements with, what would you call a minister? And
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, an important day in your life, and like you never went to the location.
no, but the minister's name was Kermit.
Nah.
Yeah.
I have a very important question.
Let's hear it.
Why weren't we invited?
Yeah.
Because no one was invited. We eloped.
This wedding actually happened.
Okay. Now that makes more sense.
So, so how many?
Oh, anyone can buy a ring.
How many people attended your wedding?
There was 4 of us there. Minister, Stacy, my husband, and I, and the photographer.
So, I'm sorry, was your husband already there waiting for you and you were late?
No, we went together.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And so you both got lost.
We no, it's just that the trip
Not
was
lost, but
longer
yeah.
than we thought it would be.
But you made it there on time? More or less?
Thereabout. We were trying to make it by sunset. We had a specific time, and I think we were 10 minutes past that.
oh yeah. I have a question for you then. What's the thing you say on a fine Hawaiian Christmas day?
Maliki maka.
Damn it.
Checks
I
out.
gotta go with True. She knows it. She knows the word.
I'm with Albert on this one.
Yeah. I wasn't sure up until you asked that, and then
Yeah, I'm not. That clinched it for me. That was like the perfect question. Thank you, Albert.
Yeah.
All
No
right.
problem, guys.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to lock in that this story is true. Jen, was this the truth or were you telling a lie?
Is 100% the truth.
Yeah.
Yay! Melakaliki Maka, man. You can't.
Yep.
You can't.
Aloha.
I have a question though.
You know,
If you're eloping, can you really be late?
right? We kind of took the word eloping as not inviting family.
Lucky I'm in a good mood too, because your statement was that you were almost late, and then you said that you were 10 minutes late. So in fact, you were late.
Well, it was kind of like be there by sunset.
This is Dave. This is kind of like in football when you have a penalty and it's our right to accept or decline the penalty because we made the points.
You'll take the points anyway. Okay, fair enough.
So we'll take the points. Well,
Okay.
we're gonna decline. We're gonna decline the penalty call.
Oh,
There's some visual proof of
Well,
2 people
Visual proof.
in Hawaii.
Oh, of course, and look at his watch. They are almost late.
He's holding a newspaper.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to bring us to the end of the truth or lie section. As it stands, we are deadlocked at 5 points for Dennis's hat and 5 points for pants. Let's see.
All right.
could you
Fine.
pronounce that correctly, Dave? I'm sorry.
Dennis Sat.
No,
Denny
DENNISSHAT.
Shat. Denny Shat.
Shat.
DENNISSHAT.
2 S's there.
There's 2 S's. Dennis
Yeah.
Shat would be the.
Correct.
Passed.
But it's one word, so I'm going to blur it all together. That is my prerogative, and I will do so. So that's going to bring us into the second competition of the night. This is called Hypotheticals. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read a hypothetical statement that neither team has heard before. One of the teams will have 2 minutes to answer it. The other team will be thinking about that same question, and then they will have 2 minutes to answer it. And then we'll switch the order of the teams around so each team has a chance to sit back and think and come up with a better answer. I will score the answers between 0 and 5, depending on how insightful and creative and well thought out the answers are. So we're going to start, since it's tied, we're going to start with Pants, because I said so. And so Pants, that is the blue team. And your question is, or your statement, I guess, it's not really a question, but you can travel back into history and whisper one sentence into anyone's ear. What is the sentence and who?
Jen, you're so excited.
Jim Henson, go to the hospital. Get help. You're sick.
JFK, duck.
I'm sorry. Can I ask? I know this is their time. Can I just have one thing to clarify? Will
Sure.
the person believe you?
It's hard to say. All you can do is hope.
I will drag his ass.
It's Jen, and I'd say leave earlier.
Leave earlier. What? It was a long road. It was like the longest road, and it was on a Friday, and nobody told us about rush hour.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure, like, because there's tremendous potential for changing the course of history here. So I'm coming at this from this perspective of how do I wish the world were different today?
Mm-hmm.
And like I could, you could go back in time and get next to Henry Ford and just say something like, buy more horses or something like that.
Or like maybe just an hour ago and be like, Dennis, wear a different hat.
He wouldn't believe you. He wouldn't believe you.
That is offensive.
Wow.
Yeah, the world of possibilities, hey?
I know Dennis. He's very stubborn. He will not listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
He only owns one.
In fact, he'd wear 2 hats. He'd find another one, put another one on top of it.
I gotta say, the other difficult part about this question is I'm trying really hard to think of something funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be funny, but interesting work too.
We could tell Hitler that he's a good artist.
Oh,
You could do that,
That'd be
yeah.
nice.
Give him some encouragement and love. Like, same reasoning, go to Trump and tell him that he's going to be okay. Maybe
If
he wouldn't
someone
turn out
had
to be
just
such
got
an
next to Hitler and said, follow your dream.
Exactly.
there you go.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. No.
That might be the one. Follow, or Christopher Columbus, go the other way.
Right. Hang a left.
And turn left.
Or just go to the Native Indians and say, kill all the whites.
Or
Just kill them.
Don't take the blankets.
Don't take the blame.
Blankets is.
Okay, so blue team, your time is up. I'm giving you 4 points for that.
Yay.
Decent. Well, a good effort. Red team, it's the same question for you. You can travel back into history and whisper one sentence into anyone's ear. Who and what was the sentence?
I have one suggestion. I would go back in time to myself, and I would say, you hurt your balls really bad when you were 7 years old. Buy Apple stock in 1997.
Wait, what does one have to do with the other?
The first proves that I know who I am and that I truly am me.
Right.
Future.
Smart.
The second is the advice.
The Apple stock.
Because only I can't use that one anymore because now you guys all know that one. But only I knew I hurt my balls really bad in grade 7.
Can we just, by the way, can you just take a note there, Albert, to make that your next truth or lie story?
That I hurt my ball. It's not a great story. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff.
Sounds like it's worth telling.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it
clearly
just
you
really
could
hurt like hell.
go back and whisper lottery numbers in your ear.
Oh.
But that's
Ooh.
it's like what Roger was saying. You could you have to think about whether or not you want to change history or if you just want to benefit from it. I'm all about benefiting from it.
Yeah. Look at man, history's fucked no matter how we try to help it. If we can stop one thing, but there's 1,000 other things that are still going to screw it up.
Exactly, and something else will replace it, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Dennis, what do you think?
I'm thinking of something a little bit more recent. I would whisper in the ear of Donald Trump, "Don't run."
Yeah, he's not going to listen to you, Dennis. He's like you in that hat.
He
A
would think
horrible
that
idea that you won't let go of.
He'd be like, "I never run, I walk." I don't like you would misunderstand.
Yeah.
I'm
the
trying.
best. I'm the best runner.
I'm trying. Okay.
Moreover, Dennis, I think a lot of people did that, which is why he ran.
Oh crap.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, so
Oh, wait. I have one more. One
Yeah,
more. And that would be I'd go back to myself like half an hour ago and say, "Don't wear this hat. It's horribly warm to be wearing inside."
we
Horrible.
didn't get,
But again, Dennis, you wouldn't believe you. You're
No.
a stubborn man.
And I could take it off right now, but I won't.
Yeah, well, I don't. No one wants to see your sweaty head.
Oh, do you?
so we didn't have any the Titanic's gonna hit an iceberg.
Screw that. They wouldn't listen.
No, it's like what Albert was
Dave,
saying. If there's
start
one
with-
natural disaster, there's going to be another. I mean, like,
I was thinking that, Dave, but I love that movie.
right? Without that, we wouldn't have My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
that's
right.
not a world I
To
want
see
to
a
live in.
movie where Leonardo DiCaprio arrived safely in New York.
Yeah. Who's gonna see that? Who's gonna
It's a
watch
flat
that?
story. It's kind of dull.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the red team this time.
You
And
didn't give us a score.
oh, I'm sorry. You got 4 points for that.
Great.
Mm.
I like the Donald Trump impression. That helped. Okay, so the red team, your second hypothetical is you can banish one common food. It has to be a common food from existence, as in that food no longer exists. What food do you choose, or which food do you choose, and why?
Cream salmon on toast.
That's fair.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Have you ever had cream salmon on toast?
No.
How
Well,
common is it where you live?
I grew up on that shit.
Okay, my
I was
only my idea is bacon. Now hear me out.
Ah!
Hear me out. Hear me out. It would remove the people who think that liking bacon is an identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same with pizza. Liking something is not your identity.
It's not a persona. Dennis?
Unless
Bats.
it's not season, then it is your identity. Sorry, Dennis. What?
Dennis got a good one.
Bats. I think the reason is obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
don't eat them. Don't buy them. Don't.
They
Just
are
don't.
not for consumption.
Not for
Don't
consumption.
touch them.
Monkeys. Just hey, stop.
There's so many cows in the world. Can't we just eat all of those? I mean, there's so many
There's
cows.
so many cows. Other than that, I'm pretty good to go.
No, I got to go with bat. I'm sorry. He's right. Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
he's right.
I think it's settling in with a creamed bat on toast.
Yeah.
If you ever-
wait a minute.
Let me just say
Now
something.
you're talking.
If you ever want to make bat worse,
Cream it.
Cream it and
Cream
put
it.
it on.
put it
toast.
on toast and put it on freaking toast.
Mm.
Oh my god.
The thought of creamed bat moved you up to a 4.
What?
Wow.
I just like the idea of Albert going down into the kitchen on a Saturday morning. Oh, Mom, are you creaming bat again?
Again,
Just pick one off the ceiling.
that's Albert. That's my series.
Okay, blue team, you have the same question. You can banish one common food. Should be a common food. From which and why?
I have an answer. Well, sorry, what was that, Dargie?
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna start with Brussels sprouts because they're just wrong on so many levels.
I like
Yeah.
those.
I'm high. I agree with you. I would vote off the island any food that smells like an bodily excrement while you're cooking it.
Yeah.
Which Brussels sprouts definitely has that wonderful urine tang.
Right?
When it hits the
Cream
nose.
Cream salmon on toast.
But here, I have a really unpopular answer that I want to float. I think it might be as unpopular or more unpopular than Alexa's bacon.
Yeah.
But I would just take all Mexican food and just like wipe it from the face of the earth.
Wow. Why is that?
Wow.
Yeah, because
Racist.
because of the overwhelming presence of cumin in that food. So if you ever get too close to someone on public transit, you smell their body odor, if you put your hand in a jar of cumin and smell your hand, it smells like that person on the bus.
But why would you stick your hand in a jar of cumin?
Or a
I'm just telling
person
you
next
as
to
a
you on the
test.
bus.
Yeah.
Now, the next time you're eating a burrito, you're going to smell it and you're going to go, Roger's right. It smells like the ass of a stranger.
The next time I get a burrito, I'm gonna get on a bus. And I'm gonna like smell the burrito and then stick my hand in somebody's ass. And go,
Yeah.
what?
The same.
This is taking
What happened?
Cumin.
And then don't do that though, Albert, because then you eat the wrong thing.
I
Still better than cream salmon on toast.
oh.
So we're going to
man.
settle on creamed stranger's ass on toast.
Oh.
Basically, you know
I
what?
second that.
That's a
Anything
common
creamed.
food.
You put creamed in front of anything, you're making it worse right off the top. I'll tell you. Right?
Yeah.
Creamed corn. What the?
Gross.
Yeah. Creamed Brussels
I was gonna
sprouts.
say whipped cream, but I guess it's not in front, so that
It's not in front. That's a suffix. Suffix is okay. Prefix is the bad.
All right, blue team, I'm going to give you 4 points. Your answer was actually more of a common food than the other team, so you get 1 extra for that because I should have probably taken 1 away from the other team because bat is not a super common food.
Oh, maybe not here.
Racist.
Yeah, racist.
Okay, so this is the third and final portion of the show. This is categories. So what's going to happen is I'm going to name a category. The players are going to give me lines that would fit in that category. If I think they're funny or witty or I enjoy them, I'm going to give them 2 points. If I don't, they get nothing. So the first category is things you'd hear on like a panel show or like a daytime talk show. Roger.
I don't have an opinion about this topic, so I'm just going to stay quiet.
Jen.
Next on Alberta Mornings, drugs, binge drinking, prostitution, and today's going prices.
Alexa.
I agree with all of you.
Albert.
My next guest needs every bit of an introduction.
Jen.
That recipe was sure great, Marcy.
That's a great part.
Dargie.
And welcome back to Leaders on Leaders with everybody's favorite host, Bobby Mugabe.
Dennis.
And with that, unfortunately, we've run out of topics.
Albert.
I think we need more opinions.
Alexa.
Let's not talk about politics today.
Dargie.
Up next, Yellow Vest Chat.
Albert.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? I was masturbating.
And on that note,
Oh, you got 1 more?
No, I don't think I could top that, actually.
No, we better put one after that one so they can edit mine out.
Okay, so the next category will be things a news reporter wouldn't say.
Ooh.
Roger.
Coming to you live from the courthouse, where I'm pretty sure the jury's going to say he did it. I'm Bob Jenkins.
Jen.
Next on Global, I'm going to punch a random stranger in the snout.
Alexa.
Hi, my name's Sarah Mackey, and I'm outside my ex-boyfriend's house with a car bomb.
Dargie.
The only thing more fucked than Calgary's weather is the economy.
Albert.
Back to the weather girl, who I hear is a real bitch.
Jen.
And the body was found over here. And I know that because that's where I left it.
Dennis, did you have one?
no, I don't have anything.
Roger.
This is the house where the victim's family lives. I'm going to go shove a microphone in their face and look humane doing it.
Okay, so that's going to bring us to the end of that one. And the final round is unlikely lines from a movie trailer.
Ah,
Oh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis. Dennis, say something topical, please.
Dennis?
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Can't go.
He's got it.
Again.
Got it.
From director Stanley Kubrick, Spider-Man. Hollywood's out of ideas.
And out of live
He's
records.
he's dead.
I
It
know.
makes no
Roger.
In a world covered in 70% water.
Albert.
You wanted more Smurfs? You got them.
Dargie.
They're back. It's Cats 2, the Jellicling.
Roger.
He was their second last hope.
End of the other round. Red team, you might want to hop in here. It's getting close. Dargie.
John Cusack's back with Better Off Dead. Again.
You say, what do you mean back?
Albert.
Do you like movies?
Roger.
You're gonna need a minute. I got it.
Dargie.
Hell did freeze over. Kevin Costner's back with Ice World.
Roger.
One man, one woman, a war, 3 cans of peas, the Pope, a flag with a swastika on it, a spare tire.
A man with a hat.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, Albert.
Okay. You wouldn't believe it. She was almost late for her own wedding. Jen Bain in Oahu honeymoon.
Dennis.
I got nothing. My head's burning. My head's burning.
Those are all unlikely lines from a movie trailer. Good work, Dennis. Good work.
Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, and Dennis Cahill in Spies Like Us. 3.
The 3 inning.
Okay, I'm going to tally up the scores. And
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the tension.
I'm in a windowless room.
I can tell you at this point that Dennis is sad. The red team has 41 points.
Oh.
Whereas the blue team, Pants,
Oh.
has 41 points.
What?
Are tied after that.
Ooh.
That's great. You know what? I can live with that.
Tiebreaker.
I can too.
Tiebreaker.
I mean, it's like Japanese baseball. This is how it should always end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's your call. We can do a tiebreaker, a one final line from each team, or we can call it a tie.
A hat game.
Well, we lose.
Would you like to do tiebreaker? Or would you like to leave it as a tie?
Let's leave it as a tie.
Tie is good.
Yes,
I like it.
All right, we're
I
going
like-
to call this episode a tie. Both
All
teams-
right. Everyone's a loser.
Well, everyone came in with the same score. So thanks very much for joining us. We hope that you had a good time and we brought a few laughs to your time indoors. There's some information at the bottom of the screen for how you can help out Loose Moose during this time, if you're so inclined. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.